Brazilian collard greens, better known as Couve. I'm Bernardo, and this is Savage Kitchen. Brazilian collard greens. In Brazil, we eat tons of collard greens, just like in America. The only difference is that ours has a lot less ingredients, and it's more, you get more of the collard green flavor, I guess. And I think it's cooked a little quicker. Maybe at least the actual cooking process is a little quicker. But let's get into it. What you want to start doing is you want to make sure you have washed collard greens. Make sure they're nice and washed and clean. And you want to, what you want to do is remove the big stem in the back, or the big stem that goes along the back of the leaf. You can use the pull method. I don't really like the pull method because I tear, and unfortunately for this recipe, you want to keep the leaf intact until you actually start cutting. So I just like to cut out the big stem with a knife. Cut out, you don't have to cut the whole thing out, just the really thick portion, the portion that'll take a lot longer to cook, and you don't need that part, so you just want to cut that part out and throw it away. Once you have all your collard greens ready to go, you want to start taking your collard greens and stacking them like you would pieces of paper. Start with a really big leaf, and then start stacking the smaller leaves, or whatever size leaf, down. You'll probably get probably 7 or 8, maybe 9 leaves. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to roll the collards together. So you roll it kind of like a cigar, or you're rolling a bunch of newspapers together, and you just roll them really tight as you can. And then you want to start cutting them horizontal or lengthwise. I'm not sure, just how I'm showing you here. So you kind of have like a linguine or a spaghetti kind of collard green kind of situation. And once you have all your collard greens, set them aside, and then you want to get your cooking utensil. I use a wok. My mom taught me this, and it's easy. Collard greens, just like a lot of greens like spinach, if you've cooked a lot of spinach or kale, you know that it'll actually cook down. But a wok makes it really easy to manage. If you don't have a wok, or if you're not cooking as much collard greens as I am here, you can use a really big skillet. You can also use a stock pot. I've seen works pretty good as well. But I use a wok. If you don't have a wok, I highly suggest you get in a wok. They're great for all sorts of things, but that's for another video. So let's get back to the recipe. Once you get your wok out, you want to use a little bit of vegetable oil, a high temp oil, so nothing sticks. Start with this amount of collard greens. You want to do it in steps, since it will cook down. You can cook it down in the steps, so that's what I'll be doing here. I'll start with a big bunch. I'll cook it down a little bit. Add a little more oil if needed. Keep cooking it down until I have it all cooked down. You'll notice that once you're cooking collard greens kind of brighten up. They become like a kind of a light green a little bit. They go from being a dark green to kind of being a light green to then being a dark green later on. Once you have it cooked down and it's starting to get cooked down, you're not completely done. This is when you'd want to add a little bit of your spice if you'd like. I typically always use a little bit of garlic. Here I have just some jarred garlic that I threw in there, about 1.5 tablespoons. You can also add a little bit of bacon if you want, or even some red pepper. I opt out on this recipe just to show you the simple one, but those are some ingredients that are typical. Once you have cooked the collard green down to like a dark green, like you see here, it's ready. Then you can serve it hot, put it in a dish, and there you have it. Couve, Brazilian collard greens. And this, just like a lot of other typical Brazilian dishes. No, great now. Not overcooked, it's not bitter. Perfect. Throw a little black beans on top of this with some farofa. Excellent. Guys, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've ever cooked this type of collard green. Let me know if you're on this video, or if you're checking out this video because you miss Brazil and you're looking for a home cooked meal, and what kind of meals that you used to have back home. Guys, subscribe if you like my videos. Again, let me know what you think. And until the next one, ciao, ciao, my friends.